I thought I knew what a first-time home buyer looked like. Look, I've been in real estate nearly 2 decades, helping people get into their first home. So I figured that I had it nailed. But then I read this article from the Financial Post and realized I've been completely wrong. And honestly, I think most people probably are. I want you to forget what you think you know. This is what first-time buyers in Canada actually look like in 2025. And stick with me here because the numbers, I think they might surprise you. And if you're thinking about buying a home, I'll show you exactly how to know if you're ready or not. Worth mentioning, my name is Darren. I've been selling real estate in this community since 2007. And if you're somebody on this channel, we are fully dedicated to everything going on in Surrey, White Rock, and British Columbia real estate. So be sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you're interested in getting in touch with us to learn about how we can help you with your next home purchase or sale, we've left a link in the description where you can connect with me and my team. You only get one chance to buy or sell your next home. Let's get it right. Okay, so if you're still picturing the 27-year-old buying their first condo, that buyer is nearly extinct. We've all heard the story. Work hard, save 5%, and maybe get a little help from your parents, and buy your first place in your late 20s. And that used to be the dream, but that was like 10 years ago. That was still doable, but the market and the math has really changed. So as per the Financial Post article I read, the new average first-time buyer, they're older, they're richer, and they're more stressed out than ever. According to CMHC's 2025 survey, here's what that buyer today actually looks like. 39% are over the age of 35. The average income is now about $105,000, and over 40% receive family gifts. BC's average gift is about $140,000. And it takes about 3.5 to 7 years just to save up for a down payment. So that's not a small shift. That's a complete overhaul of what buying your first home looks like. You know, comparing that to just a few years ago, by 2022, it hit 32 years old. And today, buyers over 35 years old make up nearly 40% of the market, and that number is climbing fast. Back then, you could buy solo with a $60,000 to $70,000 income. Today, in places like Surrey or Vancouver, you'd need to nearly double that just to even qualify. Never mind compete with cash-heavy buyers. And the way people are buying has changed too. Friends are teaming up, siblings are pooling resources, parents are moving in with their adult kids, not in retirement, but to help them get into the market. This isn't just a shift in affordability, it's a shift in identity. First-time buyers used to be wide-eyed and independent, and now they're strategic, they're scrappy, and they're rarely doing it alone. So naturally, with the average age and income rising, it can feel pretty discouraging. But here's the good news. If you feel like you're behind, you're actually right on time. If you're in your 30s, still renting, still saving, wondering if you'll ever get there, that's not failure, that's reality today. You're playing a new game and there's new rules to that game. And the old advice, just save 5%, that's like bringing a spoon to a sword fight. And the good news is that there actually is one. Also worth mentioning, don't miss the list of 21 grants and incentives I've put together for you. If you're buying a home in British Columbia and skip this, you're basically leaving money on the table. So that's linked below for you to download in the description. Here's how today's buyers are actually making purchasing work. They're using FHSAs, or first home savings accounts, and RRSPs for tax-free savings. They're getting gifts from family early though, not just at inheritance time. They're buying with others, or they're moving back home to save money. They're also expanding their search beyond high cost areas. And some are even exploring things like pre-construction, co-ownership models, or multi-family homes, kind of like row homes. Why are they doing this? Well, because they're not playing by the old rules, they're adapting to the new ones. And here's the difficult truth. Yes, affordability, it still exists, even in big cities like Vancouver and Surrey. But here's the problem. What fits your budget might not match your wish list. And that disconnect, it's what makes the whole process feel so hard. So how do you know if you're actually ready to buy in this market? You might not feel ready, but if you've made it this far into the video, you're likely already ahead of most people. You're informed, you're thinking long-term, and that all matters. So I want you to ask yourself a few questions. Do I even know what I qualify for today? Do I have a savings plan or a timeline? Am I talking to the right people, mortgage professionals, realtors? Maybe you have a mentor. And the last one, of course, is do you even have a plan? If you answered no to any of those, that's okay. That's your starting line. I'll be honest, reading that article, it shook me pretty good. Even after all these years of helping buyers, I didn't expect the data to show just how much the typical first-time buyer has changed, being older, higher incomes, and needing more financial help. And with that also comes a lot more compromise. It's not just a market shift, it's kind of a mindset shift. But here's what I hope you take from this video. People are still buying, and not because it's easy, but because they've built a plan that works for them. They understand the trade-offs, they commit to a path, and they get it done. If this video gave you a little more clarity or even just helped you feel a little less alone in the process, you're already moving in the right direction. Buying your first home in BC or the Lower Mainland or wherever today takes more money. There's no doubt about it. It also takes perspective, it takes patience, and it takes strategy. So stay curious, keep asking questions, and when you're ready to talk it out, if you'd like to speak with us, I'm here for you. Oh, and if you were paying close attention earlier in the video, I did mention a type of home that first-time buyers are scrambling for right now. They're pretty rare, they're in really high demand, and people are skipping the usual townhouse route just to get one. If you want to know what they are and how they're really changing the game, I want you to check out the video coming up next. I'm going to break it down all in that video right now.
Most buyers in South Surrey feel stuck between two choices, and let's be honest, neither one of them feels quite right. This is a townhome. While an affordable option that can offer the space a family needs, it comes with hundreds of dollars in strata fees, restricting bylaws, taking away from living the life that you want in your own home